Hello friends and followers, I hope you've been well. I haven't been very well myself with the diabetes making me very tired, which of course affects how many episodes I'm making lately. So I thought I'd do another review of a favourite channel of mine that has some really good stuff up, and I did some enhancements as well. And he's welcome to download it and use it and upload it on his own channel if he wants. So this is channel review number 2, and it's the 13th of June 2017. The channel I'll be reviewing today is Who Took My Mojo, which always reminds me of Austin Powers. I wonder if he's talking about the same Mojo. So could the ETs have taken his mojo? This is lots of questions. Perhaps he can answer in the comments. I'm not sure on his name, he's never told me, and if you do a search you can find lots of references to Mojo and different people's names, so I didn't include any I found. But first off, I did an enhancement of one of his interesting clips, which is up there with Roger Leir's Turkish video, I believe, and it shows what looks to be like a ET creature inside a UFO craft. And you can see in the enhancements I've done, I've brightened it and sharpened it, and you can see it looks three-dimensional, and you can see the light reflecting off its face and head, and you can see it's got no hair, so it's not a human being, and it's got big black eyes, which is classic alien abduction contactee, what do you call them, experiences that report these type of grey creatures. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting there, and we'll look at the channel now and some of the other videos. He started his UFO channel in 2008, and he's famous because he's been on Darren Crapo's UFO Planet as a interviewee, and he's also featured on Lee Spiegel's column, Weird News or ET News, on HuffPost as they call it, or Huffington Post, and here's some story they featured on him in 2014 I think it was, and they're talking about one of the sightings or videos he had up. I'm not sure if it's still available because it was given an error. But they talk about it maybe being a drone because they could hear a noise in the background. Okay, here's his channel. I've used some screen capture software, and highlighting the About tab, he's got almost 288,000 views since 2008. And his description is, let the evidence guide you. His first sighting was in 1973, and in 2009 an amazing experience captured in video. I guess it might be the ET one, but I think that was a 2011 one. But I think he's caught a couple of these ET craft with creatures in them. He says no attempts at hoaxing, so he's nothing like Secure Team 10 and other dodgy channels out there like Section 51. And if you go to another site, it can give you details about his channel, and as you can see, he doesn't make much money from the channel, and he hasn't had any real UFO sightings this year, so he hasn't added up any new videos, only ones that he's analysed. And yeah, it looks like he's got 2,500 subscribers, and he's uploaded 57 videos in that time. But it's not quantity that counts, it's quality, and he's got some good videos there that you can have a good look at. And zoom in like I'm going to do here. I've used some Windows magnifier to zoom in on the videos and also text so it's easier to read. My eyes are not so good, they've got floaters and various other problems with them, so I often use the magnifier to zoom in on things, and which comes in handy because you can do it on videos and it gives you a quick zoom in on other people's UFO videos and you spot things that they don't, and then you can zoom into that level and do an extra enhancements using video editor software, which is what I did at the beginning. And here's this video that we took some frames from and enhanced, and it's called Figure on Board, and it's a 2011, which I think I said. And looks like it's not landed, but maybe up in the sky filming through some trees, is it? And grass. Perhaps he can tell us more how he captured that video in the comments. Here you can see the frame that I captured. Here you can see the craft moving around with this three-dimensional grey creature sitting there. Doesn't look very good until we do some enhancements on it, which I did at the beginning. But you can see it's definitely something there that looks like a typical alien grey. So I'm zooming in there and then undoing the zoom. So I've got extreme close-up so you can see. And you can see the thing looks like it's rotating its head. But I'm trying to stabilize it by moving the cursor with his video, because he hasn't stabilized the video. I think you have to use some special software to do that, but I think even Google has some basic stabilization that you can use, but I'm not sure how good it is. So we're just looking at some of his other videos and see if there's any other ones I can show you here that will be pretty good to look at. But I don't want to show it too much here. He's got some sound on him. I've turned the sound off, so you should go and have a look at his channel directly and subscribe to him and watch every video, because he's got some really good ones there. I'm surprised it hasn't been on TV news, eh? Here's another one, multi-dimensional beings. Can't really tell much on that one. I didn't enhance this one, I just zoomed in. The thing is, I'm not too sure if this one's up in the sky or on the ground. He hasn't given too much details. Talks about it having a long neck. Does look like it's behind two thick trees there on the ground, and you can definitely see some movement happening. It's head and neck. I'm not too sure if he's right there, but it could be one of these mantis ETs that abductees talk about, which would have a long neck and long arms. Perhaps you should send me the full video and I'll do my own analysis and see if I can bring out any details. So he's been lucky to capture some creatures, not once but a few times by the looks of it. Yeah, it definitely looks like something walking around there in the bright light. Kind of reminds me of those fake videos that Mr. Ed puts out, but this one looks like it's actually legit, because you can tell by how out of focus the whole frame is. Okay, I'll just zoom off. I'm just going down to the details to see if there's anything there he said about it. So he hasn't really said much about it, whether it was on a paddock, behind trees, saw it land. I don't know, it looks like it could be up in the sky. I don't know what that line going down the middle there is, but it kind of looks like a tree trunk. In fact, it looks like two tree trunks there. In that case, why hasn't he got it on a tripod and stabilising it? That would have improved it vastly. So if that's up in the sky, it's a very strange shaped craft. Doesn't look like a classic saucer or Mexican hat. Definitely can see something in the white light there. There's movement of people walking in front. Now, if he had Pro 77 telescopic gear, just imagine what he could have caught on that night. It would have been good to have absolute proof. Now, what are they doing? If there's a lot of movement going on there. And he's got a few more videos here. Going back 1 year. 38 minutes. That's quite a long one. Looks like he's combined a few together in one video. The best of. So that one might be worth a watch, because he joins them all together. And then he's got a pulsating orb light in the sky there above the forest. So maybe that craft was previously was flying at the treetop level, and he was filming through the branches. Here's another one, 2013. I think some of these were shown on Darren Crapo's interview, or throughout the years he's used Mojo stuff with his permission, of course. Another unusual craft, or whatever it is. It looks like it might even be a triangle one. No, looks like it's got a square pattern to it. We just saw a blinking light there. Is that the one they said maybe was a drone. Here's another one. Is it the same craft? 2012, I don't think so. That one again looks like it might have been on HuffPost. Here's one, looks like it's landed again behind the trees. And looks like there's some movement happening there with creatures. Very fascinating. I don't get to see anything like that in New Zealand. I think you need some nuclear power plants for aliens to come and visit. They want to see what you're doing with all that nuclear stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little review there and enhancements I did, and hit the like button on the video and share it to your social media, and stay safe everybody until next time.